Hey everybody, this is Beth Helvey with Control Real Estate. I hope you're doing well today. So I want to talk to you about the January stats for Sarasota Manatee counties, and here we go. So as you all know, the inventory is up and so are still prices. So the actual headline for it said something to the effect of home prices hold steady despite a downturn in sales. Let me explain what that means to you. If we are looking at the end of 21 to beginning of 2022, we were still selling properties like crazy people, which basically means a property went on the market and it sold within days, if not hours, and often with multiple offers. We're not seeing that kind of activity anymore. You know, it used to be putting a property in the market was like throwing chum in the water, and I actually had a plan in place for my sellers for when we went to listing to try to make it as easy for them as possible. We had a plan in place. That's how crazy it was. So basically what this means is that we're heading back to a normal market now. Home values are still rising. They're rising a little bit more than a normal market. They're rising the 14 to 19% year over year. Normal market is 2 to 5% depending on where you are in the country. So we're still seeing prices going up more than a normal market, but that will settle out as well as the rest of the characteristics of a normal market fall into place as well. Inventory is up to 3 months now, which is where we would like it to be. This means that buyers have choices now. Buyers have choices. So sellers, be aware of that. You're not the only thing on the market anymore. Homes are selling at about 5% of asking price. We're starting to see that now. In our particular area, for the last probably year and a half of the crazy market, homes are selling at 100% of asking price. They weren't selling above and they weren't selling below. We were at about 100%. We didn't see as much of the crazy over ask pricing that some of the rest of the country did. But now we're seeing what our normal is, which is about 5%. So whatever the seller puts the property on the market for, we're seeing it sell. We're seeing the property sell at about 5% of that asking price, which has been our norm in this area for years. Inventory is up, like I said, to over 300% from January of 2021. So let's not forget that. We have more properties for buyers to choose from, which is how we want it. Properties are going under contract in just under 30 days. What this means is that the seller is not lingering on the market for so long that it is uncomfortable and crazy. They are doing price reductions though, as they should, and buyers are having choices. So when a property hits the market, we don't necessarily have to see it that day. There's unique properties out there that will fall into that category, but the majority of properties, we don't have to go out that day or within a few hours. We have time to do inspections. We have time to ask questions. We have time to do investigations. We have time to run comps. We have time for the buyer to make a decision before going under contract. So we have that going on. Sellers, what does this mean for you? This means you got to put a little bit more effort into your listing. You need to have good pictures. You need to have professional photography. You need to have your property clean. If you're going to do any repairs, any painting, if you've got anything that is wrong with the property that should be fixed before you go to market, you should do that before you have your photography done. You and your listing agent should be staging the property. This means putting away excessive items, books. I mean, I'm getting ready to move myself and I've got my books packed because I have a lot of books. And I know a lot of people are like this. You know, if you've got any collections, any knickknacks, if you're a collector of any kind, pack it up. Pack up anything that if something happened to it would break your heart, just pack it up now because you're going to be moving anyways. So make sure you do that. And we want a clean landscape. We want clean pictures. We want things to look as inviting as possible because, you know, you are selling your home that you've loved so well to somebody else. You want to show how lovely your home is. And while you're on market, keep it clean and tidy. I know that really stinks, but, you know, get up, put your dishes away, make your bed, clean out the litter box, you know, sweep up, things like that, because you know, you might get a showing where somebody wants to be there in 4 hours and maybe you're at work or you're off somewhere and you want to make sure that their showing experience is a good one. Buyers, you still need to have that pre-approval. You want to know what you qualify for. I had an offer come in on one of my properties a few days ago that was like 65-70% of the asking price. They offered that because that was all they could afford. That's not how this works, you know. So make sure you do, because you don't want to fall in love with something and then find out you can't afford it. You really should not be looking at properties without your pre-approval. You need to know what your buying power is and where you're comfortable landing with both the purchase price and your mortgage. So make sure you get that done. So If you have any questions about what the market looks like for you, either as a seller or as a buyer, there's going to be a link below this video. Feel free to click on it, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have. So this is Beth Helvey with Couture Real Estate in Sarasota Manatee counties. If you have the chance to get outside today, I encourage you to do so. Drink your water, wear your sunscreen, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.